Okay, Junior's Instrumental by the Black Keys had a request for this one. I'm just going to kind of show the way I think about it and the way I would play it. And it's obviously not going to be note for note because every time you play it, it's going to be a little bit different. And I'm not one to go through and listen to it that closely to get it note for note because it's really not about that on songs like this. So, anyways, here's some ideas. Hopefully, these ideas will help you see through the song and then totally make it your own, make it cool. Uh, so it's just like a E, like most E bluesy type groove, right? So I'm gonna be imagining like an E minor or E minor 7, whatever, and like an A minor, right? So that's what I'm thinking of as I'm playing. So first we'll do the E part. So I'm gonna go on the open E with my thumb, and it would sound something like. Right? So for the E part, I'm just gonna be going bottom E, and then from 7 on the G to 9 on the D, and then we're gonna slide from 5 to 7 on that D, right? Right, there's E right there, right? Ninth fret of the A. So, and then we're gonna do that move. Right? And now we're on that A note, right there on the 7th fret of the D. Go to the open A string. Right? So I'm gonna be just going from 5 to 7 on the D. And that's gonna take me back to the E. Just whatever groove you want right there. You see that? How we're just going from E to A? Then there's a part where it goes, back into the, so kind of over that A part, we're going to play like a, you know how you have your E minor right there, right? So, and you know that shape for the, right? For the, out of the scale right there. So just kind of imagine a B minor, or I mean an E minor, and then borrow all those on the 5th from the A string down, and we're going to go, 9, 8, 7, 7A. And then 7 on the G string. Right? And then I usually lead back into that E with that 3, 5 on the D string to bottom E again. So you'll hear that part in the song too, right? So you'll have to put those together. And then towards the end, I usually go to I would go to like a F minor. Right? You'll hear that part in there too. And that's pretty much the song. You'll hear some little bit of soloing in there, just hitting that bottom English. So you can solo with some E, just kind of bounce on that bottom E. But those are pretty much the parts. I'll play the song if I don't have it turned off. And we'll kind of just go through a little bit. Anyways, that's kind of the general groove of it, and like I said, it's not like note for note. It's really you just want to get the essence of what the vibe is, and you're gonna make it your own. Because I'm sure if you were to listen to Dan or anybody else play it for that matter, it's rarely gonna sound the same 2 times in a row. It's gonna always be a little bit different. So your note selection and the way that you're feeling at that time. So anyways, hopefully that kind of gives you a general idea of where he's at least, and kind of the vibe, or at least the way I would play it anyway. So anyways, enjoy that one.